Salisbury, North Carolina. Let's see. Maybe this is the other dealership.
Right
so let's go to the right one. So we're going back to resources, dealer reviews, Marion Chrysler. Here you go, of Salisbury. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, there you have it. They've got a few, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the funniest things we've ever done. All right, I posted this over on X. We're going to jump right in. Stellantis sues dealership to avoid spending $180 million to buy back fleet vehicles. A North Carolina dealership is terminating its sales and service agreement with the automaker and wants it to repurchase more than 3,800 unsold fleet vehicles. According to the suit filed June 28th, quote, over the last 3 years alone, Marion, the dealership, has ordered thousands of fleet units, ordering many on behalf of specific customers. Marion has recently revealed to Stellantis that the fleet units it reported as sold to specific customers were untrue, and that Marion has amassed a remarkably atypically large stock of 3,841 fleet units. Go to town.
Well, really, let's start with really what were you thinking? I guess there might have been a time when everybody and their brother wanted to have, Ram pickup trucks. And so you figured out a way as a dealer using your fleet account and other fleet accounts that maybe hadn't actually purchased a vehicle or ordered a vehicle to order fleet vehicles. This is allegedly, according to the lawsuit. So you ordered fleet vehicles, and normally fleet sales, when you place them, are vehicles that are already sold and not meant to go into your retail inventory to the general public. So allegedly, this dealer, in an effort to corner the market on Ram pickup trucks, and if they had been patient, Ram would have helped them do that anyway, because the damn thing stopped selling. And they could have cornered the market without having to ask for additional fleet vehicles. Yeah. So now this dealership has decided to terminate its franchise agreement with Stellantis. And in I believe this is North Carolina.
Yep.
The rules are that if you terminate your agreement, that the manufacturer has to buy back any unsold new inventory that you have within 90 days if it has less than 1,000 miles on it and it hasn't been modified. And what's really strange is they own us another CDJR dealership, and they're keeping that franchise. They're keeping that store. Of course, after this, they may never get another product from Stellantis, and so they may need those 3,800 fleet vehicles for the other store. It is, I mean, I can understand why Stellantis doesn't want to buy back cars that allegedly were sold when they were built. It is, you heard me say this many, many times. The automobile industry is, it just attracts some of the most creative people on the face of the planet. And somebody said, I don't know, let's make up fleet sales so we can build up our inventory.
Yep.
And when times were good and you were selling every truck, it didn't matter. And then when the tide turned and you could have gotten every one of those vehicles anyway, without committing allegedly fraud.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what it is. Yeah. So now your manufacturer partner, and you know how I feel about manufacturers as partners. Now your manufacturer partner has to sue your ass for $180 million that they don't want to have to give you. It should be rather interesting, and I would love to follow this. This is one of those cases that should be on court TV.
Oh, we're going to follow this one.
Follow along.
We're going to follow this one. We're going to do a live experiment. Y'all know I love this. We're going to CarEdge.com. Then we're clicking on the car search. You can actually, it's hard to do, but you can actually view inventory from a particular dealership. The way you do that is you go under resources and then you go to dealer reviews. And then over here, we're going to search for Marion Chrysler. There we go. Marion, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram. There's a couple of them. So let's see if we can find the right one. Yeah, here we go in North Carolina. Once you search for that dealership, you can then click on, you see it there. It says view inventory. Interesting. Only 402 vehicles in their inventory. So I don't know where these 3,800 vehicles are. I don't know. Maybe this is the other
vehicles,
dealership.
I don't know. Do we have a way to search just fleet vehicles? Of course, you shouldn't have a way to search fleet vehicles because fleet vehicles are supposed to be sold. It's a sold order.
Oh, Dad, actually,
yes.
Salisbury, North Carolina. Let's see. Maybe this is the other dealership.
Right one, yeah.
So let's go to the right one. So we're going back to resources, dealer reviews, Marion Chrysler. Here you go, of Salisbury. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, there you have it. They've got a few, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the funniest things we've ever done. Oh my goodness, folks. They've got 2,273 vehicles for sale. So obviously there's another 1,600 somewhere. But this dealership, Dad, obviously, allegedly, I should say, allegedly they've defrauded their automaker, their partner.
Yes.
And they talk about floor plan costs. No wonder they said, screw it, we're going out of business. This is hilarious.
It doesn't speak well to the dealership, and it doesn't speak well to the manufacturer.
It's a bad situation through and through. I did sort by days on market oldest.
Yes.
We've got 1,246 days for this Nautilus, over 1,000 days for a 2021. And this looks like it was all tricked out. This Ram 1500, a Corvette. I mean, this dealership's got some lot rot, man. That's for doggone sure. These certainly look like fleet vehicles, don't they? All base. Look at these base Ram 1500.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Brand new 2022s, because when you're into the 2025 model year, who doesn't want to pick up that brand new 2022?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Extended warranty company CarShield and American Auto Shield have to pay $10 million in a settlement for false advertising claims. The settlement money will get refunded to consumers of the vehicle service contract. Retailers, shocking news, folks. Ice-T and Allen Iverson hawking extended warranty products, and they were misleading you. This one was
shocking. Just shock. And did they admit any guilt or wrongdoing?
Absolutely no guilt, no wrongdoing. Settlement.
Oh my God.
General counsel for the companies has stated that they definitely disagree with the FTC's alleged complaints, and the $10 million settlement. Again, money will be going back to consumers. I will share a quick anecdote. We sell vehicle service contracts, which are colloquially referred to as extended warranties, on CarEdge.com. We get a lot of slack for it. I think we do it in a really good way. We make $600. You don't have to give us any personal information. Like it's good. I feel very proud of how we've done it. Done it for 4 years now. We've paid a lot of claims. We got a phone call one time from an older woman down in Florida, Dad, who had a CarEdge vehicle service contract. And then she received a mailer from one of these companies. I don't think it was CarShield. It could have been CarShield, but she received a mailer that said her vehicle's warranty was running out and she needed to buy a new one.
Yeah.
She was calling us to cancel her CarEdge vehicle service contract, her CarEdge warranty, because she had gotten a phone call after she received the mailer from someone saying, look, you got to do something. She had ended up buying a second contract through another one of these companies, paying it monthly. It was like $70 or $80 a month. Ultimately, the total contract cost came out to like $5,000 or $6,000 when she had paid upfront for ours for, I think it was $1,200. And I had to explain to this woman that she's entitled to do that. Like if she wants that, she can. She's buying the same product. She just got absolutely taken advantage of, and that she should cancel that as quickly as possible. And if she doesn't want a vehicle service contract, then just cancel ours too, and we'll refund you. But do not pay. In that case, it was like $4,000 or $5,000 more. So anyway, I share that with you, Dad, because this crap goes on all the time, and especially older people get taken advantage of it because it's effective marketing. It's scare tactics.
There is a video on our main channel from last summer when you and I were driving around on a Sunday, and randomly you got a phone call from one of these warranty companies reminding you that you needed to give them your credit card number so that the warranty that you didn't buy yet, but they said you had, and you didn't even own a car. so that the warranty that they said you bought, you needed to start paying for. They were giving you different plans. They wouldn't give you a total price. They would only give you monthly payments.
Yeah.
It is, these companies usually operate via scare tactics.
Mhm.
Your warranty's running out, you're this or that, you're not going to. If you can afford to have Ice-T pitch your product, well, maybe the reason we only charge $600 over our cost is because we don't want Ice-T pitching our product. Okay, we don't want to pay a celebrity to pitch our product just to pitch the product so that we can sell it for more than we should, and try and develop some legitimacy by using a celebrity pitch person.
And look at all these anecdotes in the chat, Dad, about spam mail and things like
Yeah,
that. Like, yeah. So anyway, kudos to the FTC for some enforcement here. It feels like $10 million is not enough. I'm not involved, obviously, but it feels like it's
yeah.
not enough. There's probably been so many more people impacted, and these products are not cheap. I mean, like this poor, again, I keep thinking of this poor woman who was so
Yes.
confused. She was so confused when she called in, and we were obviously trying to help her as best we could. But like, $4,000 or $5,000 is a lot of money times 100,000 customers. Like, it adds up.
It's easy to scare people. The whole idea surrounding these pitches for extended warranties and pitches for automobiles is to make it an emotional decision as opposed to anything else. Because emotionally, once you're invested like that, you don't necessarily make the best choices. There are some good administrators out there. There are some good products out there that you can buy. And there are places such as at CarEdge where you can buy them and not get absolutely ripped off.
State Farm today, this is internal communications to a State Farm customer who shared it directly with me. State Farm today has increased their eligibility restrictions on the Hyundai and Kia vehicles. Previously, State Farm and other auto insurers had only been restricting underwriting from 2015 to 2019 Hyundai and Kia vehicles that did not have passive engine immobilizers. However, Dad, you can read it. I can read it too. Effective July 29th, that's today, underwriting is expanding the model years subject to eligibility restrictions to 2011 through 2022 Hyundai and Kia vehicles that do not have the passive engine immobilizer. Dad, this is a huge story. This is a huge story. The range of vehicles from Hyundai and Kia that you can no longer get auto insurance from State Farm through has just more than doubled as a result of them still being susceptible to theft and having no clear way to make sure that those vehicles are not stolen. And this comes after Hyundai and Kia settled for $200 million admitting no wrongdoing. Bonkers.
Yeah, may I say, the unfortunate reality here is that these are the least expensive of the Hyundais and the Kias, the ones that appeal to those who can afford the least. Those people who can afford the least certainly cannot really afford to be without automobile insurance on the vehicles that they can afford to buy. So it's damning on Hyundai Kia's part. It's unfortunate for the folks that have to rely on Hyundais and Kias of the least expensive kind. And what it means is if the Kia or Hyundai has a push button start, you can get that insured. If it's not push button and you have to actually use the key in the ignition, which is how it works in the least expensive entry models, in many cases,
in more cases now, that's
yeah, in more
it
cases,
used to be 2015 to 2019.
Yeah.
We're talking 2011 to 2022. It went from 4 model years to 11 model years.
Yeah, State Farm won't underwrite it for you. So which cuts the competition for automobile insurance, which means the companies that would consider writing it an insurance policy, they're going to charge much higher rates because they have greater risk. This is just another example where corporations can really take advantage of American consumers